is your first time on the channel, welcome in. Look around, check out some of my other videos, see if there's something that resonates with you. And if so, make sure you like, comment, share, and if you're going to do all that, you may as well subscribe. Let me scoot back so y'all are not getting the head cut off version of myself. You know I shaved my head, right? So you know this towel is actually not drying anything. It's not keeping anything covered. It is simply because it matches my swimsuit, okay? That's it. But I wanted to come on today and give you a funny story. It's funny, but I thought about it today because it resonated with me. Anyway, we'll get into the story and then I'll tell you why it resonated with me today. But about 6 years ago, I facilitated this group of women where we were all embracing our divine feminine sexual energy, right? And I was helping them be more comfortable in their own skin. So in this particular group, we had came up with this idea. I don't know how it happened, but we came up with this idea where everyone at night would share like a sexy story, something that happened in their life. Either it was funny, it was embarrassing, it was extra erotic, but we'd share these stories, and some people would come on live and share their story. Some people would make videos and put them into the group. So we all looked forward to hearing these sexy stories from one another, right? It was our thing. It was kind of like, you know how when you were young, you used to get with your girlfriends. I don't know, maybe y'all had a girls' night or a spend the night, or, you know, y'all was just hanging out and all of you guys would just be sitting around talking about men and your sexual escapades with these men. Well, it was kind of like that. And so, yeah, we used to tell sexy stories, but this is kind of one of those stories on a real low scale. Real low scale, okay? But again, it just took me back to that time because I was like, I should do something like that now. But anyway, y'all, so I'm gonna give you what brought me to recording this video first and foremost, and what brought me to telling y'all this story. This morning, I was making a reel. And you know, I was doing all these different cuts and these different angles. I'll upload it here on, did I upload it on YouTube already? Let me see. Because I have so many different platforms where I be putting content. It's hard for me to remember these days what went where, and so on and so forth. But let me see, because it might be up here already and y'all can kind of see what I'm talking about. Let me see. It's a 1 minute long video. Okay, I haven't put it up yet, so I'll put it up on the channel once I'm done with this one. But I was making a reel this morning and I was doing all these kind of different cuts, right? And when I'm in the mood to create content, I'll create content. It don't be nothing, you know, too extravagant, but it's just like whenever I'm in the creative mood, I'll create something. And this morning I was creating a video, and one of the shots was of me getting up out of the bed and walking to the door. But I had on a G-string and I kept looking at the phone because I did it on my phone. I kept looking at the phone. I was like, I don't like that shot. I don't like that shot. So I took like 3 edits, or I did it 3 times. I recorded it 3 times. And each time it was just ugly because I was looking at the back of my legs and the back of my butt, and it's all dimply and all wide and misshapen, right? It's just like not sexy at all. But I used the video anyway. And I wanted to make this video because we are going into a new year, a new season, And a lot of us want to get our bodies together. So I said, okay, I'll just condense all of this information and talk about it in one video. But the sexy story that I had is I love, like my favorite position is from the back. I love that. I love doggy style, right? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? It's people down there and they very nosy. They very nosy, so I don't want to talk too loud. But yeah, so that's my favorite position. And I was with this guy and I just knew that I looked good. I just knew that I was sexy and I was on all fours and there was this big, huge mirror behind us. And I mean, he was going to town, right? We're just really enjoying our sex, ourselves, and the sex too, but ourselves. And then I happened to get a glimpse in the mirror of what my butt looked like, you guys, and I was horrified. I was literally horrified of how my cheeks and my thighs looked. Everything was jiggly. Everything was just like, it was just not cute. And I was like, I can't believe that I was indulgent and going to town and letting him go to town. That goes to show you men don't really care about the stuff that we care about. But I was letting him dig all off up in me with my butt in the air looking like that. I could not believe it. So anyway, it motivated me to begin to work out. So this morning when I was recording the video and I had that same sense of, oh my God, like girl, because a lot of times when we work out, if we even work out, we have this superficial idea that just the front of us matters. We don't think about how our back looks. We don't think about how our waistline looks, how the back of our legs look, how our butt looks. And we completely forget about doing exercises that will contribute to building, to sculpting, to rounding, to strengthening those areas that we cannot see. So when I caught a glimpse of myself this morning, I was like, no. I felt so disappointed in myself. Since being here in Bali, Indonesia, I don't do a whole lot of working out the way that I used to. I don't have a whole lot of structure the way that I used to. I'm really kind of just literally living life on my terms. And the things that used to be so structured and so strategic and so, you know, I was so hard pressed for in the US, I kind of lost all that by being here because the environment is totally different, the energy is totally different, and the lifestyle is a very relaxed lifestyle. So I have to admit that I got very relaxed when it came to my fitness, my working out, my training, me being very disciplined in the way that I eat. I lost all that. And I'm here in a country where, you know, most of the food is organic. So if I really wanted to crack down on it and have a structure, well, there would be a challenge because like I said, the lifestyle is totally different. And it's really not conducive to that type of, you know, bodybuilding training and that bodybuilding regimen that I had in the US. But the food is so much better here. Nonetheless, caught a glimpse of that booty, child, and it was just like, I cannot keep neglecting my fitness, my workout. I cannot keep doing it. I have to focus on that area, on all areas. And I think a lot of, you know, those weak glutes and the weak core area have also contributed to the pain that I have in my back, my lower back, and the pain that I have in my knee. So I'm saying all that to say, I was going to town with old boy and caught a glimpse of myself, and it was just like, oh, hell no. Because nobody wants to feel insecure, especially when it comes to you. You know, that's a moment when you should be free, when you should feel free, when you should feel the most sexy, when you should feel the most confident. And if you're not feeling good in the skin that you're in, if you're not feeling good about your body and the way that your body looks, you can't really even enjoy someone else, because in the back of your mind, it's going to always be like, did they see what I just seen? Or is he horrified like I'm horrified? You know, did he even notice? You're going to always have these things in the back of your mind, and it's always going to limit how you show up in the world. If you're not loving what you see in the mirror, it is going to limit how you show up in the world. With that being said, you guys, I wanted to, I know that there are a lot of men who are following me. I'm working on that. I am working on that. I know that most people are visual, and because of my presentation and the way that I come off, you know, guys are attracted to that. They find that sexy. So I'm also working on attracting more women who want guys to find them sexy and attractive. Now, everybody don't. Everybody, you know, there's going to be some people who be like, I'm more than my body. What about my brains? And it's more to life, and I don't need, you know, that, you know, the holy rollers, the church folks, the modest people. I get it. You know, y'all are out there, but there are some of us who are out here as well who enjoy, even at this age, looking and feeling good, being more confident, and wearing things that actually enhance how we feel and how we look about ourselves, right? So anyway, I wanted to open up a space this coming new year. We only have like 75 more days until 2025. But I want to do a full out comprehensive program where actually it's a part of the Sexcellence Academy. The Sexcellence Academy is going to talk about fitness. It's going to talk about nutrition. It's going to talk about business building. This is important, especially as we go into this new era, this new age, this digital age, where if you are not building businesses and creating products and services based on what it is that you know, then you're really leaving money on the table, and you are leaving yourself in 2024. Actually, you're leaving yourself in 2022, because the digital age has been amongst us for a few years now. AI has been amongst us for a few years now, even with dealing with YouTube. YouTube is, the algorithm is based on artificial intelligence. All of the internet is based on artificial intelligence these days. So this is what we're going to be teaching. In the meantime, I'm also going to be talking about a workshop that I'm going to have online, a virtual workshop where I'm going to help you create the products and services that you've been sitting on, that you've been waiting on, the perfect time for you to get the money, the perfect time for you to get the knowledge, the perfect time for you to get whatever it is that you need to get, right? We're always waiting. Show what you have right now. Start where you are right now. The important thing is to start. And if you have been waiting for a sign, consider this it. But I'll talk more about the workshop. I'll go into details about what we're going to be doing in this particular workshop. And if you have a product that you've been thinking about creating, if you have a service that you've been thinking about creating, if you have a book that you have been thinking about creating and writing, this is the time to do it. Set yourself up for the future. Set yourself up for what is coming. Don't sit around and wait for these employers to give you what it is that you need to function, because computers are coming in and they are taking the jobs. Robots are coming in and they are taking the jobs. This is the time for you to start building businesses based on your knowledge, what you already know. Sometimes you don't even realize what you could be doing with the things that you know, with your knowledge, with your education, with your wisdom, with your expertise, until somebody reminds you of that, right? So unless I'm showing up and being who I am, the full expression of who I am, if I'm not being the full expression of who I am, really nobody else will remember that they can do the same for themselves. There is power in you being expressive. There is power in you being creative. There is power in you showing up in the world at your highest level of confidence, at your highest self. So, yeah, that just, I wanted to share that story with you. I told you it was a low graded form of the erotic stories that we used to tell in this group. And if you are someone who would be interested in being a part of a group like that, of course we'd be talking about way more than just sex stories, but a group where you are amongst people who are like-minded. In the meantime, you can go to my Patreon. But I would like to know if you want me to build a community, if you want to be a part of a community that shares in that way. But in the meantime and in between time, until the next time, you be fit, be fierce, be fabulous. Healthy is the new sexy. Cut off just in time, right?